Warning by a group of developing countries has come after a landmark UN report argued that global warming could make parts of the world uninhabitable. According to the latest Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change (IPCC) report, heat waves, heavy rainfall and droughts will become more common and extreme. Moreover, the UN's chief has labelled it a code red for humanity. Good morning, I am Bipashna Tamang and these are the headlines of the hour. The leadership faction of CPN-UML approves an amendment to the party's statute limiting the General Convention to elect party chairman and general secretary. The country continues to reel under coronavirus with 22 COVID-19 deaths recorded yesterday. Youths of age group 21 to 40 who are not in priority to receive vaccines at higher risk. Nations vulnerable to climate change once they are on the edge of extinction if action not taken. UN's chief labels it a code red for humanity. The South Asian Football Federation chooses Maldives over Nepal to host the upcoming SAF Championship. Cites Maldives safer considering the ongoing threat of COVID-19. The leadership faction of CPN-UML has approved an amendment to the party's statute that limits the General Convention to elect party chairman and general secretary. The standing committee meeting of the leadership faction held in Jasa, Lalitpur yesterday approved the proposed amendment. Based on the amendment, the party has decided to remove the Politburo, reduce the number of officials and remove alternate central members. The party has also approved of removing the post of senior leader. Based on the existing statute, all dual position holders in the party are elected through the General Convention. Party Office Secretary Sher Bahadur Tamang informed that the amendment approved by the Standing Committee was presented at the Central Committee meeting. The party is gearing up to hold the statute convention on 12th and 13th of next month. The disgruntled faction of the party did not participate in the meeting. The leadership faction's decision comes at the peak of the inter-party disputes. The structure of the organizing committee of the 9th General Convention includes majority elected officials and senior leaders from the disgruntled faction. The Central Committee meeting held yesterday had been called by the leadership faction to make decisions regarding the preparations for the 10th General Convention. However, senior leader Madhav Kumar Nepal and his faction has been expressing reservations against the meeting, calling it one-sided. The leadership faction and the Nepal faction has been holding separate meetings, unable to resolve the ongoing rift. Second-tier leaders of both the factions have been holding numerous meetings to resolve the issues, however, have yet to come up with a breakthrough. The government has announced its common minimum program following recommendations from a special committee formed to formulate the government's priorities. The much anticipated and equally controversial MCC project, however, was excluded. The fifth point in the Common Minimum Program list states of reviewing treaties and agreements that are not in favor of the country. However, it is yet unclear if this includes the MCC project at all. Despite the ruling Nepali Congress, as per analysts willing to further the project, CPN Maoist Center and Jana Morcha have been demanding the project clauses needed amendment. Parties have been divided on the MCC issue ever since it was registered at the Parliament back in mid-2019. The then KP Sharma Oli-led government had formed a task force to address the differences, which made recommendations for amendment. The Oli government was unable to rest the disputes surrounding MCC, and it seems the incumbent government is in similar confusion. Meanwhile, despite the uncertainty of the project, the government has already spent over 3 billion rupees in land acquisition, among others. Welcome back. The youth age group between the age 21 to 40 is highest at risk of COVID-19. The infection rate in this age group is the highest as half the daily infections fall in this age group. 2,609 individuals tested positive for COVID-19 yesterday in the test conducted through the PCR method, out of which 1,260 were from the age group 21 to 40, that grabs 48%. Likewise, 2,137 individuals tested positive on Sunday, with 47% falling in this age group. Looking at the statistics of the daily infections recorded in the past 1 week, around 50% of the infected are of this age group. Doctors say youths within this age group are at high risk as they have not been vaccinated, are more active and more likely to go to crowded places. Majority of the people who go to hospitals for treatment are from this age group. Vaccination is the best way to contain the spread of COVID-19 infection, and the government should provide vaccines to this youth age group as well, rather than to keep them in storage. The Sindhu-Balchok section of the Kodari highway, that is considered the shortest and easiest route to connect Nepal with China, has been obstructed numerous times post-2015 earthquake. In this context, in our Public Voice segment, we had asked the locals in Sindhu-Balchok what should be done to avoid such obstructions at any time of the year. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
नालाहरु राम्रोसँग सफा सरसफाई गर्दिन पर्यो यो खोलाहरुको छेउछेउ चाँडो जाली हाल्दिन पर्यो प्लम हाल्दिन पर्यो
बाटो खराब छ पिच गर्नु पर्यो अब पुल नभए ठाउँतिर पुल बनाउनु पर्यो भत्केको ठाउँहरुलाई मर्मत गर्नु पर्यो
सकभर राम्रो बाटो बनाउँदै गरे भने चाहिँ नाका राम्रोसँग खुल्छ होला जस्तो भन्ने मलाई सम्भावना लाग्छ के
Time now for our segment Public Pulse, where text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And here's the question: what should be done to contain the risk created by wildfire on human habitats? The options: option A, shift habitats at risk; option B, use barbed wire fencing; and option C, increase awareness. The voting is on. Type any WS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And it's time now for the sports update.
Sports news.
The South Asian Football Federation has finalized on the venue to host the upcoming SAF Championship. Maldives has been chosen over Nepal to host the upcoming tournament. All Nepal Football Association had proposed to host the event. However, the meeting of the federation held yesterday decided Maldives was safer than Nepal, considering the ongoing threat of COVID-19. Prior to this, Maldives had hosted the SAF Championship back in 2008, while Nepal had hosted it in 2013. The SAF Championship had earlier been scheduled to take place in Dhaka, Bangladesh between 15th to 25th of September. However, Bangladesh pulled out of hosting the tournament, citing COVID risks. Based on the new schedule, the tournament will be held between 1st to 13th of October. 5 teams are to participate in the tournament. Pakistan has been under a ban imposed by the federation, while Bhutan pulled out of the tournament, citing COVID reasons. And time now for our special segment, Sports Buzz.
It was an eventful last week in terms of Nepali cricket, as the former skipper Paras Khadka announced his retirement from international cricket. The most successful Team Nepal skipper in his 18-year-old career, Paras Khadka, the synonym of Cricket Nepal, announced his retirement last Tuesday, a decision that was viewed by the cricket fraternity as unexpected. Meanwhile, as a fitting tribute to the legendary face of cricket in the country, the Cricket Association of Nepal has decided to withdraw the jersey number 77 donned by Paras in recognition of his contribution to the national cricket. This is the first incident in the country's sporting history that a jersey number has been retired at the retirement of a player. This is Sarah Chitrakar for our special segment, Sports Buzz and Kantipur News Desk.
that's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a great day ahead.